What's going on, ladies and gents? It is your boy Gamma here with the lovely
Juju.
Oh yeah, today we're talking about Kenya Moore, Marc Daly. Things are not looking good.
No, sir.
Oh yeah. So before we get into that, guys, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video just like this. Be sure to leave a comment and let us know what you think about what we're talking about today. What are we talking about, Juju?
We are talking about Kenya Moore divorce, filing divorce to be exact, from Marc Daly.
Yeah, Kenya Moore. It looks like she's filing, or she has filed,
right,
for divorce again. And no one is really surprised or shocked at that. In fact, we're more shocked that they haven't already finalized the divorce.
Yeah.
You know? So the shock doesn't come from that. The issue really comes from the fact that Marc is really trying to take her to the cleaners. He is like, he wants half of everything. Let's just call it for what it is. You know, it appears that he's going for the full shebang. He wants spousal support. He wants half of her business entities. And one of the big things we've been hearing is that he also wants half of the Moore Manor. Yes, Kenya's pride and joy. And this is a big deal, Juju.
Very big.
I mean, you know, I was just talking to you not too long ago that when it comes to people who have wealth, right?
Right.
Couples, primarily there's one that has a lot more or a little more than the other, right?
Right.
And now let's just talk about the really big, well-known guys like Jeff Bezos, literally the richest man in the world, right?
Yeah.
Then of course you have Paul McCartney, Tiger Woods, the list goes on. But
Bill
lot of
Gates,
times,
right?
More recently, Bill Gates,
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, the list goes on. But a lot of times when divorces happen and with those couples, and the wife gets half, or the ex-wife,
right,
no one really thinks twice about it, you know? No one bats an eye, no one complains, or no one is shocked.
That is true.
And, you know, you can make the argument, well, you know, she was there during the grind. She was there since the beginning.
Right.
You know, she deserves half of what that person, you know, has, you know? And that's an argument that a lot of people like to make. And so I was thinking, right, when it comes to Marc, and not just Marc, but more so when it comes to the men, and we're talking about men and women that are married, right?
Right.
Where the woman is the breadwinner.
Right.
She's the one
bringing home the yams.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing them yams in. You know, she's the one that has the wealth. Is there a bias, right? Or is it unique in this case with Marc and Kenya? We like to know. And so with that, I just want to say this. Does it matter that you're a guy and you should just move on instead of wanting what the woman has because she has more than you? Like, what are some of your feelings behind it? Like, this is something that's very different and interesting that I just wanted to kind of put out there. Like, I'll share my thoughts, but as far as what Marc is doing right now to Kenya, do you have any issues with it? And if so, why?
I absolutely do, because I feel like what has he that we're aware of helped Kenya Moore with? All
right, good point.
You know, I feel like if there was a business venture that they both embarked on and it was successful, yeah, absolutely, get your part from it, right? But I don't think we've ever heard of anything that they've done together. And then, yes, I think they've been together, for about 4 years?
I'm not even sure.
I think it's about 4 years.
I thought it was 4 months. Like,
right. It feels short and long at the same time, right?
She has a revolving door of guys that are like either proposing or not wanting to. But yeah, they've probably been together. But they've been together, for a few years. But again, it goes back to, what did they both do together? What are two individuals accomplishing? Right. Yeah, like joint ventures. Things
that
so it sounds like you're saying whatever he may have actually contributed, he may be deserving of a share of that.
Yeah, because was he like a house husband?
I don't know. And see, and that's part of the argument, or that's part of what
I don't think he was
to be discovered, right? Because I don't see, in the state of Georgia, right? From what I understand, there are certain laws that vary from state to state, and in Georgia, if you get a divorce, especially without a prenup, the spouse that did not file the divorce, I believe, is entitled to half or something crazy like that. And then the law gets tricky because I think it even gets into the morality aspect of it, whether it was a divorce based on adultery, based on neglect, something of that nature. If they can find or confirm, like you're the cause of this divorce, then the victim, the other party, will be more entitled to whatever share that they're requesting, whether it's half of this or the card. So yeah, laws do vary state to state. And they were married and I believe they were married in Georgia. I'm not 100% because I think he's from New York.
Yeah, he is from New York.
As far as residents go, he resides around there. So who knows? But I'm only saying that because all of these things have to be considered. Now, Marc, going back to what you were saying, I don't recall him really having much to do with Kenya's success.
Or Kenya, period.
In terms of her past, I mean, Kenya, I don't know her exact age. If I had to guess, I'd say she's at least in her really late 40s or early 50s at this point. She's not much younger or older than Cynthia Bailey. And Cynthia's like 52, I think. So, Kenya's been around for a minute. Like in the early 90s, she won like a pageant. I can't recall which one, so I'm not going to mess that up. But she's made a name for herself. She's always been trying to do things independently for the most part. And then that house we talked about, her prized possession, manor, like that. Come on, Marc had nothing to do with that.
Absolutely nothing.
So I don't know. This is weird because again, the guys, that have been in similar situations, they can make that argument too. The guys could be like, "Look, man, she wasn't, around when I was making the money to buy the house." Everyone seems to be outraged at Marc. From what we're gathering,
what he's trying to go after,
all the blogs, other content creators, everyone seems to be disgusted. Like, what is wrong with this guy? So I want to know, look, if the tables were turned, right? Same exact scenario. Marc was the one that was known. He was wealthy and making money. And you have a female that he was been married to a few years. And if she was to, want half, does that make things different? Like, should you guys be at least understanding and say, yo, Marc, get what you can? Or is he just a slime ball? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I feel like the biggest issue that people have with their relationship, or more so what Marc is trying to do right now, since Kenya has filed for divorce, is that Marc has not been present. Really and truly, it's like they're not together. It's like, birthdays or holidays, and he pops up, and then she may have a picture of him with, the daughter on social media. So now it's just like the gloves are off. I want, heck, I won't even be surprised if Marc tries to file for full custody of their daughter, as well as spousal support. I want that house, or let's sell it. I want half of the, profits from it, like whatever, business, whatever. Was he holding down the fort? Like, was he taking care, you know what I mean? While she's going out and getting her coins or, getting the yams? No.
Right.
So that's all I got to say to that.
Juju, you made some very, very valid points that I think a lot of other people who are aware or maybe just now becoming aware of this story will completely agree. And it's crazy because I've seen a lot of people saying she should have got a prenup. What is wrong with this girl? That's what you get for trusting the man. That's what you get for not getting a prenup. And it does suck because on one end, you have people who look at prenups and say, just presenting that before the marriage, in a way, is kind of confirming that something may go wrong or a lack of trust, etc. Then you have people who are like, no, I'm just protecting my business and that's it. And, and so what I would say to that, simply put, this is why it's important to learn things like love language, to learn as much as you can psychologically about your partner. And I'm only stressing that because let's keep it real. Marc and Kenya's dynamic was very awkward.
Yes.
It was almost like it's like he was disgusted by her.
From the start.
Let's call it, like, I don't even know where the honeymoon phase was, if there ever was a honeymoon phase. So that's what I mean. When you learn the love language, when you understand what your needs are, what someone else's needs are, you don't find yourself begging and pleading for it to be fulfilled, and nor do you find yourself struggling to fulfill their needs. And it's very important. That's the true compatibility test. Once you understand these dynamics, it's very unlikely you'll fall into a situation like Kenya and Marc. So I just want to leave it on that note. I'm going to have a link in the description to the love language video. You guys may want to check it out if you're interested in relationship dynamics. Also, again, I want you guys to leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this. Do you think Marc is just doing what anyone should do? Or is he being very vindictive, very difficult and nasty? Or is this maybe karma for Kenya? A lot of people think that she's a nasty woman. You know, she makes fun of people's marriages, relationships. She was making fun of what is it called? The Chateau by Sheree or whatever, and all this other nonsense. Some people view this as karma. Like, you know what? Let the girl get what she got coming to her. So,
do you feel bad for her?
Exactly. It's a lot of different ways you can look at this, and we just like to know what what your thoughts are on this specific situation. So we'll end it on that note. Leave a comment below. Let us know if you think Marc is just doing what he should do or he's being a jerk. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video just like this. Like the video, share the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, escape the Matrix.